chances moving forward in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Left side complete, Sgin23's. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll run it here. This is James White. Fancy footwork. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point good by Gostkowski, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They run with Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Mayfield. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays. This makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for him.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now Mayfield on fourth down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. They go play action here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Mayfield on first down. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mayfield to throw it. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Patriots.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green!
They begin with Michelle on the ground, and he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Gone! 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 Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a dump off to White. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Call it a pickup of 7, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll have his man, that's Edelman. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Edelman's first catch, and it's good for a first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Over the middle, Julian Edelman is complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits, and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Green 39.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. This is White on the screen. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Gun! Watch it now, Barney!
They'll drop the throw to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Detroit!
They'll run for it. This is White. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Detroit!
First down. He'll drop to throw it. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And the Browns getting set to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10. Mayfield flush to his right. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Patriots. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
They'll look to throw. Right when that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. They'll run with White. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Mayfield throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up a throw. He'll check this one down to Michel, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A give. This is Michel. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
On 2nd down, Michel. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. New England on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. On play action, they'll throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. Landry now on the return, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run again with Hunt. Oh, look at that. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Lucky 56. Set. Blue landed.
From the gun, Mayfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue landed.
He'll drop to throw. Goes underneath here to White. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Detroit!
Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Detroit! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Jamie Collins in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Let's go! Green 39!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a carry for White. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. No, the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. New England on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Under 10. Watch it now, Barney.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Hunt. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
run with Chubb. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On the run, this is Hunt. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They run again with Hunt. A second spin.
Turning and turning and turning.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Mayfield. Caught left side is Beckham. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one